Get ready for Christmas in July. Today I'm sharing fun Christmas in July ideas, DIYs, and festive crafts to bring a little holiday cheer to your summer. Welcome to the Chic Show. Today's Christmas Palooza playlist is hosted by Crafting with Indiana Jones. Her channel and the playlist are in the description box below. This is one of the Painted Photographer's decoupage papers that was in last year's Maker's Box by Sonnet's Garden Blooms. And this mold I poured using clear resin, and it is from IOD's Cloches mold. I'm tracing around this little ornament because I'm going to decoupage this onto the back of the cloche. I added a little bit of detail using some Mod Podge and glitter just to show off some of those snowy areas. Once that has dried, I'm going to apply some Mod Podge to the back of the cloche, not the front, but the back of the cloche. And I'll be adding that decoupage paper to that Mod Podge. I cut it a little bit shorter than I thought I did, so I did add that little strip to the bottom. And then I sealed it in with more Mod Podge. So that the colors would really pop on the front, I painted the back with white chalk paint. The details on these cloches are really beautiful, so I'm going to accent those using some gold rub and buff. And I'm just using an old paintbrush, and I'm adding it to the top little finial and also the bottom part. Once this was dry, I hot glued a ribbon to the back of the ornament, and this project was ready to be hung on the tree.
That you're missing. I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holidays.
If you haven't ever used IOD's Angels Tapers molds, you really need to consider purchasing these. I used clear resin and poured all three of these Angel Tapers ornaments that I'm going to use for ornaments, and I want you to look at the detail. They're just absolutely gorgeous. I chose one of these angels and I painted it with a coat of black chalk paint on the front and the back. Now I'm going to go in with some of this teal paint, and this is just acrylic paint, and I'm just dabbing it on in different places. The idea is to make this look like it is iron and has been sitting out in the weather. Once that's dry, I am taking some of Dixie Belle's patina paint, and this is in the iron metal, and I'm dabbing that on in places as well. Once that first coat is dry, I go back again and try to dab in those same places because the patina spray needs to be applied to the wet patina paint. Now this is the Dixie Belle patina spray in green. Once I have sprayed these areas that I have painted with the patina paint, I'm going to set this aside and let it start to rust. It's really a cool process. Now that it's dry and it has rusted, I'm going back with a little bit of that gold rub and buff, and I'm just brushing that on the details just to highlight them. This is probably my favorite project that I have ever done. I did glue a little hook to the back so that I could string through a velvet ribbon and hang it on my tree.
I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holidays.
I got these little wood ornaments at Michael's, I believe, and I'm going to be painting them with Blue Pine by Fusion, front, back, and sides. These are some rub-on transfers from IOD's Kitschy Christmas, and I chose some that would match this particular blue. Each set of transfers comes with a transfer tool, and you just gently rub along the backing paper, and that transfer will transfer right onto your project. It's always a good idea to kind of burnish it in with the backing paper, and then you have the perfect little look. Now I'm going to embellish these a little bit more with some of the gilded transfers from 2024. I'm just using bits and pieces and scraps just all around the transfer that I've already applied. Once I have it like I want it, I just moved on to the other ornament, and I think they turned out darling. I did seal these in with some DIY liquid patina, and then I added a velvet bow, and these were ready for the tree.
That you're missing, I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday
I'm using some of those same type of ornaments in the last project, but I'm giving these a coat of white chalk paint. While the chalk paint is still wet, I'm going to be applying a paint inlay by DIY. This is the Delft Blue from 2024, and I'm going to spritz it with some water and then place it down onto that wet paint. And I'm going to set it aside and let it dry completely. I did the same thing with the second ornament and applied another inlay and set it aside to dry as well. Once they were completely dry, I brought them back and I spritzed them again with some water, and I let them sit for about 30 seconds, dabbed off any excess, and then I pulled away the backing paper. I set these two aside and let them dry, and then I sprayed them with a clear sealer.
that you're missing, I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Whatever we do, we will be alright.
These are clear ornaments that I got on sale at Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to be painting one side of the ornament with fusion paint encasement. So I'm actually painting what will be the back side of the ornament, and I will be painting two of these. Once the ornaments were dry, I turned them over and I applied some liquid patina to the front side, or the clear side of the ornament. I'm going to be applying two more of the Delft Blue IOD paint inlays to the top of the patina. Again, I did spritz these with a little bit of water before applying them. With the liquid patina, you don't want these to dry quite as long as you would with chalk paint, because liquid patina will set up and will harden, as you can see here. But I did spritz it with water and I pulled back the paint inlay. I had to work at it just a little bit, but it did work, and I was successfully able to remove that paper.
That you're missing, I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday
I have this little piece in my stash and I'm going to be painting on the back of it, and I'll cover up that other side with some craft paper later. Next, I'm going to brush on some white chalk paint mixed with the blue, just kind of blending it in so that I can kind of get a snowy looking background. I have this little wood cutout, I believe it's from Dollar Tree from last year, and I'm just using this little sponge dauber and I'm daubing on some of that Waverly chalk paint in Snow White. Once the paint is dry, I'm going to use that same dauber and I'm going to add some Mod Podge and sprinkle some glitter on top of that. Now, using some watered down white paint, I'm just going to kind of flick that paint around so that it looks like snowflakes in the background. When my snowflakes are dry, I'm going to use some Titebond Quick and Thick to glue on the Let It Snow. To finish it off, I did go back with my little finger sander and I sanded away the edges.
That you're missing, I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow.
If you're looking for more Christmas in July inspiration, be sure and check out the playlist in the description box below. Thanks so much to Annie for hosting today's playlist. If you'd like to watch another video, here's one I think you might like. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to share the chic. Bye now.